We are now joined by Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Mr. Velenkosini Hlabisa. So thank you so much for your time this evening here on SABC News. And firstly, maybe let's start off here. Maybe let's get an understanding in terms of where the death toll is when it comes to this year's initiation season. And do we know how many are still in hospital?
Good evening, Mbali and the viewers of SABC. Indeed, the death toll in Eastern Cape alone is sitting at 17, 2 in Gauteng, 1 in Northwest, and 10 in Free State, which brings us to a total number of 30, which is very unfortunate. While we are happy for families that received their sons back alive, we are also sad for those families who are in tears after the non-return of their sons alive while they left homes alive. And we are calling the communities whose sons are still in the mountains in the initiation to be vigilant, to visit the initiation schools, especially the fathers, uncles, and maids in the community, as women are not allowed to go and physically see the state of the son and the conditions under which he lives. The remaining time, we really do not want to see any loss of life, because at most it's due to negligence, which is dehydration, where young boys are told not to drink water in order to heal faster, which is not true. In fact, is putting the life of a young boy into danger, because once you don't drink water for more than 3 weeks, the chances of dehydration are unavoidable. As in most of these death cases, the main reason is dehydration. 1 or 2 can be a different matter, but almost 98% is dehydration, which is just negligence out of the principals and all who are responsible for the initiation schools. Our teams are on the ground visiting these areas to see the living conditions, the availability of water, but it cannot be a government responsibility alone. The parents, the community whose culture is one which we believe must be protected, but we do want to draw a line. The culture should not result to death of our children.
Yeah, and Mr. Hlabisa, while we do acknowledge that at least 30 young boys have indeed lost their lives during this year's initiation season, when you characterize this year's initiation season, particularly the summer one, how would you characterize it?
Well, there was a heightened mobilization and awareness of communities compared than any other initiation, even winter. Unfortunately, winter is better than summer, because summer, the temperature complicates matters if you don't drink water, and also the circumcision is not as well managed like in wintertime. So now, the summer season is a challenging period. That is why in February, Mali, I'm going to call a broad meeting to talk with all involved in the initiation practice to review the summer season, because originally the customary initiation is practiced in winter because the weather is favorable for the wounds to heal and all living conditions. There is lightning in summer, which is not there in winter, heavy rains in summer, which is not there in winter. These are all conditions we need to be honest and face them responsibly while we are promoting this culture.
And Mr. Hlabisa, would you say that more initiation schools are becoming compliant? Were there any initiation schools closed during the summer initiation season?
Yes, the majority of initiation schools are compliant. About 9 illegal initiation schools were shut down and cases have been opened, and we have 29 people arrested already, some for running illegal schools and some for negligence, because negligence is also detected even in legal schools. So now we are very vigilant in terms of ensuring that people who run and practice this culture should be within the guidelines and operating in legally accredited initiation schools.
And Mr. Hlabisa, what would you say were the biggest challenges during this summer initiation season? I know that you've already acknowledged the issues around having this initiation season during the summer period, but were there any other challenges that some of these schools have pointed out to you?
Yeah, well, Mbali, as you rightly know, that the funding that was afforded by the country of America to NGOs who are on the ground during the times of the initiation season, the withdrawal of that fund impacted negatively because those NGOs could not be part of the monitoring and supporting the proper practice of the culture. That is why, despite the heavy awareness, we are still experiencing heavy or rising figures of fatalities. The government at the provincial, national, and municipalities are doing all they could, but the limited financial resources impacted by the withdrawal of the funding really had an impact, which is very unfortunate as we are experiencing further loss of life.
All right, Minister, thank you so much for your time this evening.